FIFA President Gianni Infantino is facing growing pressure from inside and outside the organization over his plan to sell part of FIFA's commercial rights to private investors. The latest blow came from FIFA's own chief operating officer, Kevin Lamour. In a public statement, Lamour called the plan the work of one person and said football leaders need to ask hard questions and make real decisions. He didn't name Infantino directly, but the message was clear. Let's back up and explain what's actually being proposed. FIFA wants to create a new business arm to run its major events, including the World Cup. Outside investors would be allowed to buy minority stakes in this new company. A financial document tied to the plan suggests this could raise payouts to member nations significantly over the next several years, but critics say the deal was put together with almost no input from the people who actually run football around the world. This week, that criticism turned into open revolt. UEFA, European football's governing body, voted to boycott future World Cups if the plan goes ahead. Soon after, CONCACAF, which oversees North and Central America and the Caribbean, also rejected the proposal. Then the Asian Football Confederation joined them, saying the plan risks damaging the unity of the World Cup and that FIFA had failed to properly consult its members before pushing forward. That's 3 of FIFA's 6 confederations now standing against the plan. Since FIFA works on a one-country, one-vote system, and Infantino needs a majority of all 211 member nations to approve it, this level of opposition makes the plan very hard to pass. On top of that, a senior advisor to Infantino, Carlos Cordeiro, resigned from his role. Cordeiro had worked with FIFA for nearly 5 years and had represented the organization on World Cup planning in the United States. In his resignation statement, he said FIFA's job is to protect the game, not chase profit, and that member nations were being rushed into a major decision without real answers about who benefits and why. Politicians have also weighed in. UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham said, "Infantino is the wrong person to be leading FIFA." Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump, who has built a close relationship with Infantino since returning to office, said he had not personally discussed the plan with him. FIFA has pushed back against the criticism. In its own statement, the organization said the plan has been misrepresented by media reports and insisted that no part of football is actually being sold off. Now, it's worth noting that not everyone opposes the idea. Wealthier confederations like UEFA don't rely heavily on FIFA funding. But many smaller federations, especially across Africa, depend on FIFA money for basic infrastructure, youth programs, and grassroots development. Some officials from those regions have said any plan that brings in more money is worth considering, even if the bigger nations disagree. This comes at a time when FIFA is already expanding. The Men's World Cup grew to 48 teams for the 2026 tournament, and FIFA is now exploring whether to expand it further to 64 teams for 2030. That expansion plan and the investment proposal are moving on a similar timeline, with key decisions expected in the coming weeks. 2 confederations, South America's governing body and the ones overseeing Africa and Oceania, have not yet taken an official position. Their decisions could determine whether Infantino's plan has any realistic path forward. For now, the proposal remains unresolved. With opposition mounting from confederations, resignations from within FIFA's own ranks, and political figures publicly questioning Infantino's leadership, the coming weeks are likely to decide whether this plan moves ahead, gets reworked, or is dropped altogether.